how have you been?
Well, there's this guy who I think is going to stuff to me. Can you give me a hand here?
All right, I suppose for you I could double the usual price. Should I have a discussion with him?
No, really, it's okay. He is a little annoying, but he is my boyfriend.
Okay, then I definitely need to have a discussion with him. Okay, anyway, thanks for meeting me here. I don't think I could fix our parents alone.
So criminals won't scare you, but your own family does?
Yes.
Oh, Bruce, how I miss you. Let's go.
What are you doing, you idiot? You are ruining my party.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. Sorry, it won't happen again.
Hurry up, you uncultured swine. I'll be expecting a discount.
Martha, you really shouldn't yell at the help.
I don't have time for stupidity, Clementine. When I play for their service and buy out this entire restaurant, I'll be expecting nothing but the best. Am I being unreasonable?
It's all cleaned up, ma'am. You just have to be on the house. I apologize.
Thank you. You can leave. Martha, go drink your tea and calm down. Here's the tea you wanted.
You know how I like my tea. Where's the sugar?
Here's the packet.
So, how's business been?
You'll appreciate this. I just gave Benito De Friuli a raw deal on a prime piece of real estate.
Benito De Friuli, you mean?
The very same. I never thought I'd see the guy again, but I'm sure glad I did. Can't imagine the feelings mutual.
Clementine and Martha won't like this.
Martha already signed the check and dealt with the paperwork. However, she may not know all.
Your bolder man than many, Clark. Isn't he a mob boss or something? Aren't you worried?
Why should I be worried? I run this town. If anything, you should appreciate that I let him work with me again.
You're bolder than I, Clark. I hope you made the right choice.
Great. Warm welcome.
You live.
Bruce? Evan,
It's been far too long, my old friend.
well, I am sorry.
Spare your apologies. If I harbored any ill will towards you, believe me, you'd know.
All right, well, how have you been this past, 10 years?
I've gotten by about as well as you can in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Listen, Bruce,
Bruce,
I've been meaning...
Ariel, my darling children. I'm so happy to see you at a family event. It's even better now that you two are here.
I've been to hundreds of these events before, Mother.
Yes, but not with your brother. Oh, Bruce, the entire family is just ecstatic to see you. Oh, you ungrateful child. Don't deny that you aren't happy to see me.
Yes, Mother.
Hi, kids. Thanks for coming to this costly and extremely unnecessary party. Honey, time to make your toast. Your guests are waiting.
Everybody, welcome and thank you for coming to this wonderful family get-together. I don't need to discuss the reasons it's taken so long to be here together again today. But what matters is that we all here together now. We're putting aside our differences and uniting once again as a family. Excuse me. I'm honored to have you all here and I've loved nothing more than bring us closer. So I ask you all to raise your glass and honor our family in this opportunity to bring us closer.
Quick, someone call 911.
I can't sit still.
The first time I see her in who knows how long.
You just stopped. There's nothing much you could have done.
I know that. I just wish I could have seen her more often.
It doesn't matter now. What matters now is that you cared then and you care now.
I don't know what I feel.
You just need some time. Evan, you've been really quiet.
Is that a problem?
It's just sort of odd to see you this quiet.
Well, I'm having an odd reaction to all of this. I mean, she was practically my own mother, at least far more than my actual mother was. She always made me feel better about myself, even when I had everything going my way. She was part of the reason I was always around you two. I mean, I knew this had to happen, but now I'm wondering, why her?
Are you Martha's family?
Yes, how is she?
I'm so sorry. She has passed away.
Oh no.
I understand this must be a difficult time, but was she complaining of any chest pains or taking any medications not listed on her record?
No, I don't think so. How did she die?
We believe she died of heart failure, but it's too early to tell. We'd like to perform an autopsy, but we need your permission first.
I don't think.
Yes, do it.
All right then, I'll need you to sign some paperwork.
I'm fine, thank you. I'll just be leaving.
About time you got here, they dragged me down for questioning, even though I don't know anything about what happened.
Why?
Because they think something was off about what happened last night. I just thought our heart was acting up again.
Why were we brought up for questioning?
I really don't know, sir. It wasn't my job to tell you if I did.
It's because I requested it.
And who are you?
Officer Rose Paxton. I'm heading the investigation into murder's death.
An investigation? Do you think she was?
I think it's important to get to the bottom of exactly what happened last night.
You wouldn't be investigating this if you didn't have some evidence of foul play.
You must be on the force.
He's a private investigator in Chicago. He can help her on the case.
I don't think that Officer Paxton...
Come on, Officer Paxton. He's really good at what he does.
Look, this isn't my place. I shouldn't be here.
Stop with this brooding loner persona. You have to do something.
I don't think that I can do this.
And why not?
She was my mother. That's quite a conflict of interest.
Listen, I appreciate the offer, but I need to figure out what I'm dealing with first. Let's please just get to the question.
Good idea.
Let's get this over with.
I still think you should do something.
Ariel, just drop it. That is not how this works.
But
No.
Could you recount the events of the night of Martha's death?
Is this seriously necessary?
Do you want closure on your wife's death?
Listen, she's dead and I know nothing. Can I go now?
Wasn't she under any stress? Did anything happen that could add to it?
She shouted at some incompetent employees. I think we paid for that service. Are you married?
No, but I don't see what that has to do with it.
Well, save yourself the trouble, cause it's too much of a headache.
Interesting.
What? Is that not what you expected?
Oh, nothing. Could you describe your relationship with Martha?
Well, Martha was a halfway decent businesswoman, but other than that, you'd be hard-pressed to find something you like.
Do you regret marrying her?
You don't get to where I am by regretting what you do.
And what exactly do you do?
I find and I take opportunities.
And what does...
You see, I'm doing this business deal, right? The guy doesn't know half the value of the property he's got. And I get this close to signing it all. And Martha comes in about how we should let the guy know what he has and says it'd be good for public relations.
I take it you didn't like that.
We're real estate investors, not nursing home proprietors. Public relations means nothing next to saving a bunch of money.
Okay, now I'm curious about a couple of things. First,
Oh, wait. I gotta say, this coffee is delicious. Did your receptionist make this?
I was asking you a question. First, do most of your business deals usually end up with this much controversy? And did Martha tend to disagree with you on most of it?
Listen, Martha was great to have on the team, and she took a lot of the workload. It's just that sometimes she tried to insert her values into my deals. I didn't like that.
So did the deal go through or did she end up stopping?
Of course the deal went through. Martha had no part in that deal. She has her end and I have mine.
So what did you two work on specifically?
I make the deals and she makes the finances.
And what all went into finances?
Income and expenses. Everything we bought from state taxes.
Taxes?
Everything you buy as a business expense can be deducted from what you have to pay. Can I go now? I have insurance paperwork that I need to fill out.
Just a few more questions.
what is taking so long? Why do they want to talk to him?
Well, her death was suspicious.
What makes you say that? She had a heart problem and she died of heart failure.
Yeah, but she had medication for it, and unless she stopped taking it, she really shouldn't have had any problems. It's actually kind of like a classic mystery tale.
That doesn't seem right. I mean, she was a forgetful lady. Maybe she'd just forgotten to take them.
That's not her. How could you say that? She wasn't forgetful.
Okay, maybe forgetful wasn't the right word. She did lose sight of what was important, though.
I don't think you're remembering my mother.
You know what? Maybe we're not remembering the same person then. Beyond I knew, would care for you, bring you close, and then drop you when she lost interest.
Evan, our mother just died. Don't you get that? How could you be saying this?
I'm saying it because it's true. She wasn't perfect like you seem to think.
I'm not saying she was perfect.
Ma'am, can you keep your voice down? Sorry.
Look, Ariel's right. We need to think about the good here. Martha has died, and this is still a sad day. I'm sorry I brought up my concerns.
Fine.
Thank you.
You guys are still acting like when we were kids.
Welcome back, listeners. I hope you are having a wonderful first couple weeks of 2008. That was, of course, the new pop sensation artist Rihanna, where she rose to superstardom last year with the smash hit song Umbrella. Let's take a look at what's going on in the world. The hit movie currently in the box office is I Am Legend, featuring that incredible Will Smith. And speaking of movies, if you are still interested in seeing the 5th installment of Harry Potter, you gotta get going to that Tivoli theater in town. Head on over for your last chance to see it on the big screen.
How was the swim meet, Bruce?
It was the polo match, Mom.
Same thing. How was it?
The only thing they had in common is swimming.
All right. Fine. How was your polo match?
It was fine, I guess. Almost, he won it, barely.
Evan had a great game last Friday.
I know, Mom, I was there.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
I told you right before I left.
I don't remember that.
Well, maybe you were blown by Evan's performance to cut your 5 minutes of memory.
You never tell me any other time you go somewhere.
You never want to tell. What am I supposed to do? Call you every time I leave the house? Dad knows, ask him.
I am your mother. You don't need to speak to me like this.
Well, you don't do a good job at it.
I'm sure Evan doesn't talk to his mom like this.
Well, why don't you adopt it? Because you rather prefer him than me.
Where are you going?
Like you care!
What was that all about?
Forget it.
You know, you can tell me some of the stuff that happens when I'm gone.
You never tell me anything.
You never ask.
Bruce is just having a fit. He'll get over it.
Well, what's it about?
I just want him to be successful, you know. I don't want him to be living off our money for the rest of his life.
Well,
Same thing with Ariel.
Seems like that has worked out wonderfully.
I don't see you working for our children's future.
I'm letting them do the work themselves, unlike you diminishing everything that they do.
Whatever. I don't have time for this. Let's just leave.
Just saying.
Hey, Bruce, what's with them?
Oh, hey, they're just talking about camp methods again.
What was it this time?
Let's just say, what an angel you are.
What?
My mom keeps on comparing me to you like all the time. It's not even, I hate you sometimes and it's not even your fault.
Well, I am the perfect role model.
You wish. That's the thing that bugs me the most. I know she.
Would you like to swap butters? I'd rather have yours than mine.
I think that takes the lesser of the two evils. Thank you very much. Man, I can't suck.
The end is near. I can see the light now.
Yeah, just 1 more year and we'll be out here. How much money are you gonna get?
I've got a couple offers here and there. Wait to see if any D1 schools will give me anything. What about you?
No full advice anyone, I can tell you that. You know, put out 1,000 here and there with essays and such, but man, college is expensive.
Well, good thing your parents are rich then.
At what cost though? They come home, sleep 8 hours, and go back to work. The only time I spend with them is like what just happened.
Well, let's just say I'd rather have disinterested parents than parents that are pushing me out every angle. It is very, very annoying.
What are your parents gonna do when you're gone?
Maybe I should focus to Ariel.
Not if you're so real, she has 2 horrible sets of parents to deal with.
Speak of the devil.
You know I'm an angel.
What are you doing here?
I'm gonna go see the new Harry Potter with you guys.
What do you think everybody will say about it?
Great, of course we wanted you to come.
You know you love me.
Look, Ariel, we're going to a party afterward. That's why we didn't invite you.
I want to go to a party.
It's only for high school seniors.
Well, you can come to the movies with us at least.
Seriously? You guys are leaving me out to dry again?
Don't you? We could do something later. Don't you have any other friends?
No. Well, I can't imagine why.
Come on, let's get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just received word that Martha Williams, the wife and business confidant of Clark Williams, the real estate mogul, has just passed away at age 56 during a family dinner party. There is no word yet on how she died, but we will make sure we bring you the news as it unfolds.
So are you Miss Williamson?
Yeah.
Did you see anything suspicious now?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there long. I arrived, had one short conversation with her. She gave her speech and collapsed. So,
What made you want to see her?
well, I figured that disowning my family wasn't helping me at all. I hadn't seen her in the past 10 years and only recently started talking to her again.
So what exactly happened?
Like I said, I didn't really see anything, but, okay. If we're going to speculate here, if anything, she would have to been killed by poison. So, unless we have people running around with ricin and umbrellas, then it would have had to have been through her food or drink. And Clark gave her a cup of whatever she was drinking, tea, I think, to her before she, gave her speech.
When did you think of this evening?
In the last 10 minutes or so?
Would you like to say anything else?
Well, if I were you, I would go and question the restaurant employees and corroborate what they say with the security footage from that night. Well, no, but it should give you a decent idea of who did it.
I'll think about that. You can leave.
All right, by the way, I'm going to be leaving the area soon, so I won't be able to help much after this.
With all due respect, sir, I don't need your help.
I just mean with information. I'm not trying to take your job here.
You know Bruce has changed.
Haven't we all? Besides, she was never very upbeat.
No doubt that when he was here, he was still a dreamer, but now?
Now I'm not exactly concerned with his dreams. I'd rather not think of a ghost from the past.
I know he hasn't been here for a while, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do that for him.
Is that why you want him to investigate his mother's death?
I want to find the truth in this, have things get back to normal. And if she was murdered, maybe he can solve who did it.
Isn't that what the police are for?
I don't trust them. They don't know her or care about her.
So you want Bruce to join the case because he supposedly cares about this woman he's barely seen in the past 10 years?
He has to care. Or if he doesn't, maybe he'll see what he's lost.
What's the point? Knowing or not knowing? She's dead either way, and nothing's changed.
I can't believe you.
Ariel, I'm sorry. Your mind's made up?
There's nothing left for me here.
What happened to you?
What happened to me? What happened to you? When I left here, you'd barely shut up, and now you don't say a thing.
In case you haven't noticed, there wasn't exactly time for me to speak.
There's time now.
Bruce, I've been living like this for the past 10 years.
Don't bring this up, not now. I've had to live with this too,
Sure, tell me, who had it worse?
If I could trade places with you, I would.
But you know what? You can't. And for some time, I wished I wouldn't see you again. But then I began to think about what really matters.
Why are you telling me this?
I'm giving you insight into my mind. I realized that youth in my life didn't matter as much as I thought, and that what I valued 10 years ago didn't really matter.
What was it?
What did I value? Mostly, it was football.
Football? I thought you hated football. You said the only reason you did it was because of your mom.
When your life revolves around something, no matter the reason, you can't help but grow accustomed to it, or at least fond of it.
There wasn't anything else.
There were some things, but I didn't realize them until they were gone. Do you know what it's like to lose everything you value?
When I left here, I left behind everything I knew. You aren't the only one who's lost something here.
But you could come back. You had that choice.
You asked if my mind was made up. Why does it matter?
You should join the case. Investigate your mother's death.
I thought I went over this with Ariel. Why do you care?
I've thought about it, and I figured it would be for the best. Running from this won't help you, Bruce.
Running?
You said you left everything behind. By leaving here now, you're doing the same thing. Take a look around and see what you really value. See what you really lost.
Good to have you here. You can't have too much help.
And you have the best at your service.
I'll take anything I can get at this point.
I mean, yeah, the novice really spread us in. And they have this idiot Greenhorn heading up a murder investigation. I can help. I'm sure you'll do fine. Or you could screw everything up and let the killer lose. But such is the likelihood.
You're straight out of the academy.
True. But at least I have a sense of humor.
I don't care the joke when people slides it on the line.
You're no fun.
You can go now.
Thank you both for coming in. This will really help us out.
So there's no issue here. We're not in any trouble.
You're not under arrest if that's what you're asking.
Questions then?
Yes, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Do you recognize this woman?
Yeah, that's that woman, the one that died at that party.
I swear I've seen her on the news before too.
Her name is Martha Williams, co-owner of Williams and the Crib. We have reason to believe she was murdered.
Murdered? You don't think we had anything to do with it, do you?
We're questioning everyone who was present that night. So far, we have no reason to believe that you had a part in anything. So, did you see anything suspicious from her?
I don't know, that whole family seemed pretty shifty to me. It just seemed like they all hated each other, and none of them wanted to be there. And I just felt really uncomfortable around.
Yeah, I felt like any of them could have done it. Except that one girl.
Girl?
The one that was all loud and excited. It was pretty weird to see it.
Did you see any of them tamper with Martha's food in any way?
I don't know, I get paid to serve the food and I watch over it.
Just think, did anything look different? It's simple.
Well, there wasn't any shady dudes handing me food, and it didn't seem like anything different from any other night.
You could have done anything. Did you see anyone do anything different?
Look, I've been not having the greatest time lately, so pardon me for not analyzing the hundreds of plates of food I serve.
You.
Enough! She said she didn't know, so we'll leave it at that.
The one thing that didn't come straight from our usual menu was the lady's tea.
What was different about her tea?
This guy comes up to me, hands me a bag of dry leaves, and just walks away. So I gave her her tea. I didn't know anything like this would happen.
Do you still have that bag?
I don't keep every single thing I'm given, especially if it's work related. I think I threw it away after the party. I didn't know it would be important.
Do you remember what the man who gave you the bag looked like?
I don't know, I'm horrible with faces.
Just go over the event in your head, think of where you were when he approached you, when he approached you, and how he approached you.
He was tall, dirty blondish hair, had a mustache and a goatee going on, and had a mole around this area. And to be honest, his eyebrows looked like two caterpillars bolted on his face.
That's it.
That's all I can remember.
Okay, well, whenever you wish, you can leave the same way you came in.
There has to be something we can charge them with.
What would that be?
It played a direct role in her murder.
Not knowing so. It would be wrong to charge her for something she knew nothing about.
Didn't they even think to check what type of tea it was, or if she really wanted it?
Look, I know they didn't do too well in this certain thing, but it's wrong to charge them for simply doing their job.
Well, that good that description does us. Only narrows us down to half the population. No restaurants usually have security cameras we can check.
I was just thinking that. We can go over the tapes, compare them to someone in the database, and see if we can get a match. Hello? Oh, yes. Oh, really? Thank you. Goodbye. The toxicology report just came in. Something called Lily of the Valley.
I've heard of that one before.
Are you a botanist on the side or something?
No, but I have seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, wow. Let's go over the tapes.
I need you to answer some questions.
What's this about?
Your wife?
I already answered questions for that officer, Paxton, whatever her name was.
Yeah, but that was only about what you saw at the party. This is more theoretical possibilities.
Bruce, I got a lot that I need to do right now.
Okay, you and Martha were co-owners of your business. I need to know what you did when running it.
Bruce, I already answered these questions, and I have a lot that I need to do.
Did you make any recent business deals that the other side lost out on?
I guess, but they agreed to whatever terms the deals were made. That's just how these things go, you know? You win some, you lose some.
Would any of these individuals have held a grudge against either you or your wife?
I can see that happening, but to be successful, you have to take the hit and move on.
Would any of them have stood to gain from her death?
Are you seriously implying that Martha was killed because of a business deal?
I'm not implying anything here. I'm just exploring the relationship she had with her associates.
After she died, all her assets and responsibilities went straight to me. And I really should get back to dealing with those.
So, how would you describe your marriage with Martha?
Okay, are you suggesting that I killed my wife?
Clark, like I said, I'm not implying anything here. Just exploring possibilities.
You know, quit with the Clark and the Martha stuff. I'm your dad and she was your mom. Or have you forgotten that already?
Hi, Dad. Can you describe your marriage with Mom?
I still don't understand why you want to incriminate me.
Look, whether or not I want to incriminate you is irrelevant. I just can't rule anything out here, and if you answer me, I could rule you out.
Oh, of course. You're already ruled out.
I'm trying to solve this here, or at least help out.
So that puts you above everybody else? I remember not long ago you didn't want anything to do with this family or us.
I've had a change of disposition, and I'm now trying to help, unlike you.
Am I not answering your questions? I'm just making an observation that I feel is worth pointing out.
Just answer the questions, and we can be done.
Fine. Our marriage was rough, to say the least. We agreed great in the business, but everything else went far less smoothly.
Care to elaborate?
Anything at home we always disagreed on. Raising you and Ariel, for example, we took different stances and constantly fought about it.
Yeah, I noticed that. So why didn't you, get a divorce and continue business together? That makes sense.
The least we could do for you and Ariel was give you a stable home, as bad as it must have been.
Oh, don't give me that. I know you didn't want either of us to exist. All that mattered to you was your business.
Is that really what you think? Well, it wasn't my intention.
I'm supposed to believe that.
Okay, is this really about Martha or is it about me?
I am trying to find the truth here.
Okay, I know I wasn't a very involved father to you, but incriminating me is not gonna help anything.
Can you give me a record of your recent, business purchases, money amounts, clients, everything?
First, how was she killed?
I don't know, and I couldn't tell you if I did.
Well, if you can't tell me that, then I can't get you the record.
So, how was everyone's day?
Pretty good, but nothing of note happened. But what can we hope for?
A return to normal would be nice.
This isn't something we can simply forget.
It's not forgetting, it's just easier this way.
So you'll just deny her existence?
It's hard, and to think murder,
It's alright. Everybody's taking this in different ways. It'll all be over.
I just hope the guy had a good reason.
Enough, I can't talk about this.
Hey, could I ask you guys some questions?
Oh, what?
Martha?
Clementine? Well, I don't know how much help you can be, though.
Well, has Paxton asked you any questions yet?
Yeah, just stuff about the party.
All right, well, what did you know about Martha and Clark's business?
Well, I know Clark liked to talk about success, but Martha didn't really talk much about that.
And Clem?
Nothing, just that they were successful.
I never had the luxury of knowing where the money came from.
That is an odd way of putting it, Evan.
She let me use her money a lot. Perhaps out of pity.
All right, did Clark mention any recent successes?
Yeah, there's actually one. He told me about a deal he made at the party with Clementine's ex-husband, Benito.
What?
My father?
Yes, I don't think he want me telling you.
Did he give any details?
No, that's all he said.
Okay. Did you see Clark often?
About every 2 weeks or so. Sometimes it was just the three of us. Sometimes it was just me and him, and sometimes it was Clementine and him.
Did he express any complaints about her at all?
No, not as I can recall.
Alright then, that should be all I have for you.
Hang on a second. If I may, I've thought of some questions that you didn't ask.
Really, I'm fine with what I have here.
This should only take a minute. I'm trying to help you out here.
Evan, really, it's okay.
Bruce, I'm doing this with or without you, so you might as well just stay.
Evan, Fine.
Mother, if you will, these questions are for you.
All right.
How would you describe your relationship with your sister?
I don't know what you mean.
What did you think of her? Or rather, what did she think of you?
We were close.
Okay. How often did you talk to her leading up to her death?
Not very often, I guess.
Why not?
I don't know why. That's just the way it was.
I think I do. You didn't actually have a good relationship. She was always better than you, and you hated her for it. She had a business and a husband of the same mind as her, while you had a poor man and nothing else. And she gave you nothing.
That's not what it was like.
You have the moral high ground of love then?
That's not what I meant. I was happy for her.
Then why did you despise seeing her in court together?
What? No,
What? Why else would you focus so hard on making sure that I outdo everyone, unless you just wanted to use me?
That's never what I wanted.
I was nothing more than a tool to you.
You're my son.
You never cared about me. You never cared about anyone. You just wanted to use me, to live out some dream of success that you could never fulfill, through me.
You could have been so great. I wanted to see you reach your potential.
Is that why you left me after this?
Evan, I know I hurt you, and I'm sorry.
Spare your apologies.
Clementine, no.
What have you done? Please tell me this isn't about what I think it's about.
I don't know how you did it, but I know you killed her.
Clementine, I don't have time for this. So I'd rather you not accuse me of murdering my wife.
You never loved her. You wanted her gone.
Love has nothing to do with this.
Love has everything to do with this. She was my sister.
And she was my wife. I didn't kill her.
If not you, who did it then?
I don't know. I don't have time for this. I have things I need to do.
Bruce just questioned me. Great way to meet after 10 years.
Well, did he accuse you?
I've done nothing wrong, no.
Well, he accused me. Not outright, but still not a great way to meet after 10 years.
My son basically told me he hated me.
Guys, please, let's not talk about this right now.
I agree. This is pointless.
I don't know how you did it, but I know you killed her.
Clementine, look. I'll be the first to admit that I didn't like Martha. In fact, probably 90% of the time I hated the woman, but I'd still never kill her.
I will prove that you killed her if it is the last thing I do.
The funeral's about to start soon.
I'll take you there as soon as we're finished here. Now, why did you let him question her?
I don't know. I thought maybe he had thought of something I did. Who was I to stand in the way of progress?
You should have known something could go wrong. I knew something could go wrong, and I didn't even know the guy.
Yeah, I guess I did know, and I shouldn't have let him do it.
Then why on earth would you? I thought you were a professional. Did you go in and let your cousin question your aunt? He shouldn't have even been in the room in the first place.
Sometimes unorthodox methods are called for.
There's still a right way to do things, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, I guess. If anything, it just muddied the waters. Although, to be fair, Louis did mention something about Clem's ex-husband, Benito.
Don't think you're getting off the hook that easily. You shouldn't have been anywhere near the process of questioning either.
Oh, what are you talking about? I know them. I could do this better than anyone.
You have an emotional investment in this. Anyone with a high school diploma can see the problem that's lining up here. Even if you were completely objective, this would still raise questions. And at worst, we could get what happened with your cousin.
What? Don't bring him into this. He has been through a lot.
What on earth does that have to do with anything? Why should he be discounted? For that matter, why should you or your sister be discounted? You haven't faced any serious questioning.
I want to find my mother's killer as much as anyone here. I'm just playing the odds.
You realize you're still a suspect, right?
I can't sit by and do nothing.
Fine, but for Pete's sake, don't do this. All of these problems just fall to me.
Oh, suddenly selfish now.
I want to see your mother's killer brought down in the most painless way possible. Can you at least help me with that?
Fine, I will be a good little angel. Can we go now?
Come on, I'll take you.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
I'm just glad you're here. I was worried something might happen to you.
What took you so long?
You're a little selfish.
Are you seriously going to bring that up here?
Hey, look, I guess it's really my fault. I shouldn't have done it.
What are you two talking about?
I took the liberty of questioning our family members, and
Then I might have asked my mom some questions too.
So what exactly is the problem?
but like I said, I just shouldn't have done it. It creates too many problems for me, Paxton, everyone.
Don't they want your help?
Yeah, but it's like I said in the academy before. Or not academy, station before. It's a conflict of interest. She's my mother, and so look, let's just go on to something else.
But why did you let him question you too?
Look, don't start with me here. I just got done explaining this.
Tell me later.
I don't appreciate the conversation about me.
Look, she asked, so I told.
Do you give, like, any information that someone asked for?
Look, like I said, let's just talk about something else.
No, I want to hear your answer.
Don't start this here. It's Mom's funeral.
What does that change? She's dead, and nothing's changed.
There's a time and place for your arguments, but not here. Show some respect for her mother.
She wasn't my mother.
So you don't care about your family?
Ariel, you know I love all of you.
You're sure not acting like it.
But Evan, she...
Shut up! I don't need you to help me.
Have you asked him any questions yet?
Why would I do that? He couldn't have done anything.
He's been acting really weird lately, ever since you and Mom started talking, it seems.
Look, I worry about him too, but I know for a fact he wouldn't do anything. It would be like if I started questioning you.
Maybe you should then.
Don't start with me. None of that would make sense.
You're a detective. Isn't there some signs you can pick up on or something?
Yes, I'm looking for exactly those and motive and all that. Like I said, it wouldn't make sense.
But what if it doesn't have to make sense? What if it could have been anybody? But what if it couldn't? What if he just wanted Mom dead?
Then I still have to try.
We are gathered here today in remembrance of the late Martha Williams, a terrific businesswoman, a loving wife, and a caring mother. The nephew of the deceased has a few words to say.
Come quickly! Come and try to climb in the car! She's not breathing! I can't believe Aunt Clem's gone too.
It's just as suspicious as before. Our killer strikes again.
This is so surreal. Did we just do something so horrible for being punished in some way?
Maybe.
This is unbelievable.
What is Bruce?
I leave 10 years ago because of a tragedy. Come back and find another one waiting for me. I feel jinxed.
Don't say that, especially now. I need you here like before. You promised me you wouldn't leave again.
I'll keep that promise, Ariel. This time I will stay.
Today is May 23rd, 2008, and this is the evening news with Lester O'Reilly. We are here to bring reports from around the world, starting with the 2008 election. In the election, John McCain is winning the primaries for the Republican Party and has decided to release his medical records. In the Democrats, up-and-comer Barack Obama has surpassed original favorite Hillary Clinton and is now presumed to be the nominee. The outcome of this tense election is still very uncertain. Stay tuned for more news.
Bruce, stop. Talk to me.
I don't want to talk here. I just want to leave.
What? You can't leave.
There's nothing for me here.
Oh, and there's going to be so much more in Chicago. We need you here, Bruce, especially with everything that's happening.
That's the very reason I had to go. I can't take this anymore.
You can't blame yourself for this. It wasn't your fault.
Yes, it was, Area. I drove back from the party.
You can't blame yourself. You can't.
Everybody's been telling me for months to get over it, but I can't. All right. We crashed because of me. He's paralyzed because of me. Finally can't walk again. You know what this means? He won't get a scholarship. Probably not even go to college. All because of me.
If you can't move on from the 90 accident, you're never going to be able to move on from your life.
How can I move on? Every time I see Evan in that wheelchair, it's just reminded of what a terrible person I am.
I need you here, Bruce. Mom and Dad are always fighting at home about the business. It seems like you're the only sane person in this house.
Listen to me. You have to do this. You'll be fine. I'll still always be part of your life.
Okay, you promise to pick up the phone whenever I call. You promise to come back today?
I promise.
What's wrong, Ariel?
Nothing.
Martha, you must help me. I'm much too busy clapping. But what is it?
Benito left me last night. He said he can't have a crippled son and a hysterical wife. I haven't stopped crying. I don't know what to do with myself.
I'm sorry to hear that, sister.
What should I do?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Poor Evan. He's got a hysterical mother and his father doesn't want anything to do with him.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Yes, the car accident was tragic, but he's always been a tough kid. He'll be okay.
You take him.
No, wait, what?
I can't take care of him.
I have a business to run and two unstable kids of my own that I've never seen.
It's better than me taking care of him.
All right. Fine. You can stay for a little while.
Thank you, Martha. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Whatever, Clem. Just feel better soon. Have Evan come over this evening.
Thank you, big sister.
Oh, boy.
It's April 13th, 2017, and this is your evening news with Norman Albright. There has been a full investigation into the death of Martha Williams. Police reports believe that she has been poisoned. In a crazy turn of events, her sister Clementine Merriweather collapsed on the way to the funeral and has just passed away at the ICU at the Memorial Hospital. Stay tuned, please, for more updates.
I feel with Clark's wife Martha that he may have learned the lesson. You never mess with the great, Bonito de Friuli!
I've always hated that guy, boss.
Yes, he's always been a jerk, even when I was married to Clementine. He may have been the person who actually pushed me most into this life of organized crime I lead.
Good thing you did, otherwise we won't have any jobs.
Yeah, boss, we appreciate you.
That's great. Let's get to work. My darling daughter, please don't put your feet on the table.
Fine.
Is there anything the matter?
You just don't get me.
That's hard to do when you won't tell me what's wrong.
Whatever.
Anyway, we've completed our quarterly review and our accountant has predicted a greater profit than we originally expected.
I talked with our street vendors and they said that they loved our knockoff clothing and our handbag lines.
They seem to really like our lines by Gucci and Louis Vuitton, or as we like to call them, Gossi and Louis Vuittoni.
That's great. Now
Typical.
Is there something you'd like to say, my darling daughter Sophie?
Since you're getting all this money, why do I have to have this cheap knockoff purse?
Oh, I told you to get whatever you want when your birthday shows up next week.
Ugh, fine.
You've been very short with me. Is there anything wrong?
I hate when you mention her name.
Could you two leave us for a moment? Mention whose name?
Hers, you know, your first wife and your sons.
Oh, come on now. That was a long time ago.
I know that. You mentioned the accident and everything. But I feel like you bring her up all the time.
That was a very confusing time in life, and it shaped me into who I am today. I only bring it up so often because I'm conflicted on whether or not I've actually done the right thing.
Well, just don't bring it up around me.
I'm sorry, my daughter. I'm sorry I offended you.
You can make it up to me with a real Louis Vuitton.
Yes, whatever you say.
Hey, boss, you got a phone call.
Hold on now, Sophia. We'll get her from Menke. Who is this? I don't like working with anyone who won't give me a name. I suppose we could do that. Really? Clark Williams? Oh yes, that'd be perfect.
Another mission, boss?
Yes, we have a little espionage to do with our friend Clark.
Hello, Clark Williams? Oh yeah, that deal. How good of a deal can you get me on it? Come on, you can do better than that. Seriously? My wife just died and that's the best you can do? Are you a little slow? I said I wanted more money. And you speak to your mother with that mouth? There's no need for that type of language. Whatever. Clark Williams, why did you do it? Why does everyone keep asking me vague questions? Do what, Louis? I know you killed them, didn't you? Louis, do I really seem like the type of person to kill someone?
I know the good and the bad about you. I know how your business world runs.
Louis, I'm gonna ask you again. Do I really seem like the type of person to kill someone? Especially my wife and her sister?
You are showing so many connections to this. You're being so calm. Your wife is dead, and now mine is too.
You know Mars and I weren't the couple type. We had a business marriage. But, Louis, I'm sorry for you and Evan. I really am. I'm sorry that Clementine's dead. But you can't expect me to be all sad and stuff. I'm not that person and never will be that person.
That is so sad.
Don't give me that, kitty.
Clark, what the? Are we interrupting something?
What are you doing here?
They asked my help in finding you guys since the funeral, after which I'm going to assume you know they need to question you again.
Are you not alright?
Yeah, fine. Just everyone keeps accusing me of being a killer.
I know he killed them.
Louis, do not test me.
Look, we've all been on edge here, and now with Clementine dying, let's just take a moment and calm down.
Yeah, as long as everyone just leaves me alone.
I know you killed them, you
That's it! Louis, I will get you for this! You'll get what you deserve! I wish you were dead!
Clark Williams, you are under arrest for assault.
Anything is in Canada will be held against you.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just so shaken up. Clementine's dead.
Hey, maybe you should just go talk to Evan, sort things out here.
Maybe you're right. I just want this nightmare to be over.
Me too, Louis. Me too. Let's go.
My dad is like the worst. He's all like, I'm working with the black market. I'm super powerful. Whatever. I hate it. Jeez.
Come on, Sophia, please don't talk about my business with strangers.
That wasn't a stranger. That was my friend Brittany, and she's the greatest.
I'm sure she is. Anyway, how was school?
Boring. Dad, it's some cops.
What? I told you, what's the one rule. Always tell me who's at the door before you let him into the hideout. I mean the office.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. But we're here to ask you some questions.
Take a seat, I guess.
Okay. Your name has come up in a recent investigation, and we were wondering if you could help us clear some details.
I don't talk to cops.
We've heard.
Well, either we could do this here, or we could bring you in. Your choice.
Oh, you totally should bring him in.
Sophia! Take your phone and go somewhere else, please.
I take it that's your daughter?
Yes. Wonderful, isn't she?
We understand you're the ex-husband of Clementine, and the father of Tivoli. Is she also Clementine's child?
No, Sophia's from my second wife.
Oh, I'll ask you about that in a minute here. What's your relationship with Clark Williams? We've heard you've done business with him.
Oh, don't remind me.
Not a good situation.
No, he sold me some real estate at what I thought was a good price, but it ended up being a money pit.
I take it you didn't like that.
No, no, you're not.
Would you do anything to get revenge?
That's bold. I didn't kill his wife, if that's what you're asking.
So you knew that his wife had been murdered?
Yes, as a collaborative business partner, I make a point to stay informed. I wasn't unhappy to hear of his misfortune.
Well, so I take it you also know that his wife's sister, your ex-wife, Clementine, has also been murdered.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
Are you okay?
Clem is dead?
Sorry, we're the ones who had to bring you this news. That's what we're here to figure out, sir.
You'd better leave. I have to process this.
If you figure anything else out, please let us know.
What's wrong, Dad?
Sophia, I know you don't like to hear this, but Clementine has died.
Dad, I know I say it a lot, but I'm really sorry to hear this.
Thank you, Sophia.
How are you after, all this?
Fine.
Not if you ever need to talk.
Yep.
This is all so sad. I'm sorry my dad hit you. Are you alright?
Yeah, it's getting better, but my face is still really sore.
I really hope it isn't my dad who did all this. He may be cold-hearted, but I don't believe he's a cold-blooded killer.
After hitting Lewis in the face like that, he doesn't build himself much of a case.
Ariel, I'm sorry for these misfortunes. I hope it wasn't your father who really did this all.
Uncle Louis, I hope so too. I'm sorry for your loss. I know Aunt Clem loved you and Evan. Evan, I know she didn't always show it, but she truly did.
How do you know?
Evan, you know she did.
No, she didn't. Stop trying to comfort me.
Evan's all right to be upset. We all lost someone important.
Shut up, Ariel!
Evan!
They were both worthless. They were nothing to me.
Evan, why all this resentment?
Would everybody just shut up? Stop trying to comfort me.
I'm not just going to sit here and let you badmouth my family. Heck, your family. You had your issues, but seriously, grow up.
I've been abandoned by 2 family members and maimed by another. Nobody tell me how to think.
We aren't telling you how to think, but we're telling you to stop this woe it's me attitude. Yeah, they weren't the warmest people in the world, but at least they were there for you at some point in your life. You're letting it go inside you, and you're going to lose control.
You're still so naive, Ariel.
Evan, I'm the realist here. I acknowledge my parents are terrible, but like I said, if you don't drop this, you're going to lose out control.
I thought you would understand.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind. Just leave me alone.
That was very
And unpleasant.
Yes, we are different people. Maybe that's why we should work together. Yes, I suppose we could get that. I'll call you back. Can I help you?
Benito did for you. It's been a while.
Ah, Bruce. Why are you here?
I need to talk to you.
Then sit and let's talk to my former nephew.
Alright, well, I'm going to assume you heard about Martha and McKenna?
Yes, that was very sad.
Yes, that must have been tough for you. Have you talked to Evan lately?
No, I haven't. I have always felt ashamed for what I did to him, abandoning him after the accident like I did. I haven't tried to contact him, and I don't think he wants anything to do with me.
That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes. But anyway, why are you here?
Alright, well, Clark has just been arrested under suspicion of the murder, but there's not enough evidence to actually prove it.
I'm not really sure I could help you.
Actually, you can. A couple of days ago, you received a phone call requesting...
Boss, I got those papers you asked for.
Good. Is there any trouble with retrieving them? Go ahead, he's old friend.
We hired a couple of hackers and searched their mainframe and found these billing receipts with some very valuable information on them.
Well, it seems I do have something for you. These are purchase receipts from your father's company.
Thanks, Benito. This is actually exactly what I came here for.
It was you on the phone. Oh, I should have recognized your voice.
Well, a lot has changed, Russell.
That it has. But I guess you've just got to adapt.
Indeed. Stay well.
You too. Oh, and Bruce. Catch this old person.
I will.
Would you like any cream or sugar with this?
No thanks. I take my coffee black. I like the taste.
Oh, I always load mine up with cream and sugar. I love sugar. I'm kind of hyper today, I'm sorry.
Well, with all that coffee and sugar, I can see why.
Oh, well, let me know if you need anything else.
So, how is the case?
Keep your voice down. Jeez, public presence.
Relax. You've gotten yourself worked up.
I got this law enforcement to try and help. This week has been pushing my patience.
Oh, I understand. More than you know.
I don't want to see any more of your family get hurt.
Oh, neither do I. I could be next for all I know.
You're here to help me with this, right?
Well, some new evidence has come up that you may be interested in.
What is this?
These are purchase records from Clark and Martha's business. They may reveal some interesting purchases.
Look, the Valley was purchased on the company credit card. That's what she was poisoned with. But Clark said he didn't do anything. Sounded very convincing. Did anyone else have access to this account?
Well, I mean Martha, but I don't think she'd purchased it.
Oh, you have a friend. How nice. I'd never like getting coffee alone. I don't know how people can do it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rambling again, and that was rude. Would you like anything?
I believe the department has an account. Do you think you could charge me a coffee on that, please?
Sure.
Wait a minute. I just thought of another name that was on the account.
Who?
Evan.
I'm exhausted from all this. I hope Bruce is doing all right.
Ariel, you here?
Yeah, I'm in the dining room.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. I'm just trying to relax. I'm exhausted.
Something tells me it's not over yet.
Don't say that. Please just be positive.
I'm sorry, I've been letting people down a lot lately.
It's okay, but you've just been acting really weird lately.
I know, and I feel like I may have taken some of that out on you as well.
Just don't talk bad about our mothers.
I can't promise that. I'm pretty scarred by them.
I hate to bring this up again, but you need to grow up and stop dwelling.
Ariel, I'm going to make some tea. Would you like some?
Sure, the pot's in the kitchen.
I'll be right back. I put some sugar in it. I hope you don't mind.
That's what I prefer. Thanks.
Oh man, look at the time. I should get going.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by.
Before I go, I want to say I appreciate all that you've done for me, and I know you tried. Also, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
Ariel, are you in here? Ariel? Ariel!
Call me here.
Well, you could say I found something out about the case.
Like what?
Well,
Back again! I swear I see you every day! You're such a regular, like, OMG! What about your friend here?
Sure, cream and sugar.
Sweet! Someone likes a sweet tooth. I love sugar. Good deal. I'll get him right away.
She's an eccentric one.
Yep.
So what's up, Bruce? You call me here, but you barely talk.
You have been acting so odd.
What?
Here's your coffee. I couldn't remember if you want a cactus nut. Here's some. Something else.
What are you accusing me of?
I'm not accusing. I now know.
What?
I get it now. Sugar. You use sugar. They all have sugar in their drinks.
Bruce, you aren't making any sense.
Why did you kill them, Evan?
How'd you figure it out?
I got a purchase statement from the business. On it was purchase Lily of the Valley. I remember you said you could purchase stuff through the company credit card when you lived with my mother. You still had access to that card, didn't you? How could you kill someone who supported you? How could you kill your own mother?
I wanted it all to end. As soon as I was in this wheelchair, everything changed. Everything just disappeared. The people who were supposed to be there for me left me. You left, my dad left. My mom abandoned me, and your mom cared for me for a little while, then abandoned me when I was at my most vulnerable. I didn't realize how much you meant to me until that moment. Seeing them all together like that was like living it over and over again. I couldn't do it.
And Ariel? Why poisoned her? She was still with you?
No, she wasn't really there. Is she okay?
I don't know. She's at the hospital right now. Why did you want me on this case?
You started this all. I wanted you to see the world how I see it.
I see it, Evan. You may not believe me, but I do. You know, both of us have lost a lot here, but you know, right here we could still save something. I have never really forgiven myself for that accident. You know, you were my best friend, my brother, and could we please finally put that aside?
I'm sorry, Bruce. It's all I have left.
Deputy Freeland, you are charged with the murders of Clementine Merriweather and Martha Williams. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in court of law.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an update on the death of Martha Williams and Clementine Merriweather. Martha's nephew and Clementine's son, Evan DeFrioli, was just arrested for their apparent murders. A sad story has an even sadder end. Stay safe and have a wonderful night.
Oh, honey, you're finally awake. You've been out for 4 days.
Wait, it was Evan. We have to tell someone.
You need to calm down. Take a seat. You're just poisoned.
I know who the murderer is. It was my cousin Evan.
Honey, come down before I first date you.
Bruce,
Hey, Ariel. Are you all right?
was it really Evan? Did he try to poison you too?
I can tell you later.
Man, you're difficult.
Look, I have some news for you. You'll like this. Rose Paxton just offered me a job here in homicide.
And?
And I took it.
Yay, that means I can see you more often now.
Yep, I figured you'd like that. You know, to be honest, I was worried about you.
You know I'm tough. I'm tougher than you.
Oh, okay. Actually, no. I'm going back to Chicago.
Bruce. I'm glad this is over.
So am I. And I'm glad you're all right.
Yeah.